Hello there, my name is Ishtari, and last week was a bit slow, I would say. I only managed to get a single level in archaeology, and, well, that was about it. I also managed to get some animation work done. Not much, because it took a long time to set up. It's a big scene, and there's a lot of moving parts in it. So it'll take me a while to get that all done. Unfortunately for me, and for you if you've been looking forward to seeing the final results, I have to redo most of the animation work all over again because I just didn't like it. Basically, it didn't make sense to me after I sat down with it for a little while. So I'm reworking it some, and I'm going to continue chopping trees right now while I do that, because I need a lot of logs for fletching and fire making. I would not recommend redoing animation that you did the week prior. It was quite a lot of work. Surprisingly, I managed to get it all done again in one day. It should be playing on screen already, and as you can tell, the main issue has been that the main thing that I ended up changing was Jictor. Basically, I had him just kind of holding the axe as he was supposed to be, sharpening it with a whetstone, and that doesn't exactly make sense. So I had him kneel down and have at least the axe handle on his knee so that he could have some sort of leverage to prevent it from freaking just pushing down, because it's a heavy axe, not just a knife or something. Bit of a struggle to figure out how to get everything going how I wanted to. And then, of course, I changed up the animation of him pulling something out of his pocket, and it was just kind of like, he kind of like just tossed it down or something before, and now I have him hand it directly to the other person so that they can look at it, and I think I'm much more pleased. You all can let me know what you think down in the comments section. New month means it's oyster time, so let's see. Nothing good on that one, really. Two things. One is a story, and the other, and I'll start with this one, is that we are getting makeup time for the DDoS attacks or the server instability, however you want to phrase it, whatever the cause ended up being. Doesn't matter too much to me. We're getting makeup time for it. It's been confirmed now. Not 24 hours, but it will be 12 hours. And it's, I guess, like a whole week long, basically. So, I will be using that time to get some RC, runecrafting levels in XP, or how much ever I can get, I should be able to get at least a level off of that. We'll see. But now for the story. My weekend was a bit rough. Saturday in particular. Me and the girlfriend, we went up to the big city near us, and we were just gonna go to the mall, do a few things around town, or around the city, just hang out there for a little bit, and our car broke down. For reference, I do know my way around the car a little bit, not too much, but I was completely stumped by what it was. It ended up being the battery, but it was kind of acting like it was the alternator or just some general electrical system problem. And like I said, I do know my way around the car, but electrical system is a bit out of my wheelhouse, so I was really, really, really worried. And turns out it just seems to be the battery. Or seemed to be the battery. I guess these newfangled cars have some sort of shut off when the battery dies or something. I have no idea. We managed to get a jump, so that's why my mind immediately was like, oh, I guess it's definitely the battery, because it just started right up. And didn't even make it out of the mall parking lot before it started acting up again.
NANI?!
And then we were like, well, we can try to limp it down to Walmart, which is like a mile or two down the road, see if a battery does help. And we didn't even make it to the Walmart either. We shut down probably, I don't know, a few blocks away from it, maybe a mile, I'm not entirely sure. But luckily, there was an AutoZone like right there. So we pushed it into a Zaxby's parking lot, and we're like, well, I guess we know what we're having for dinner tonight. Went and got the battery, got it all taken care of. That was not an enjoyable experience. Neither one of them were all that great. That kind of sucks, but that just seems to be how these things go for me. I don't really get anything good for them. I did get a U composite bow. I can go ahead and disassemble that for some fortunate components. Oh, apparently I can't do that here. Now let's disassemble. Got a Black Dragon Slayer task, so I figured I would head to KBD for the Black Dragons, and got my first major drop from KBD, I'm pretty sure. Because I do not remember ever getting anything from this person, or from this boss. Oh, I apparently have gotten the boots at some point, and I've gotten Visage in the head, but that's pretty insane. He has such a low drop rate for like everything, because well, maybe I haven't really killed that many. Oh yeah, I haven't really killed that many, only 947, so almost 1,000. But still, I feel like I've been waiting for drops from KBD for a very long time, and they are very cheap. I may have not been showing much, but I have been working on Slayer this entire time. I've been working on the animation a little bit less so, and I don't mean to sound like a whiner, but the Chronicle of Car Problems continues. So, in addition to the battery in our car dying its final death over the weekend, it looks like our alternator is also on its way out. I replaced it like a year ago or so now, so obviously that's very concerning. It's Thursday now, and I'm very annoyed by the car problems, which is why I haven't really been recording much or working on my animation much, because it's just been taking up a lot of my headspace. It's been giving us little signs here and there that it wasn't the end, and I've been having to take the multimeter to it just to see what's going on, and for all I can tell, it just seems to be that the remanufactured alternator that we got like a year ago is doing what remanufactured alternators tend to do and failing. But none of the little problems that it's been giving has been quite as serious as it was today. We went to Walmart to just pick up a couple things that we had forgotten, and well, it did what it did to us in the mall all over again, and yeah, not fun at all. Then we shut the car off, and it doesn't want to turn back on. I go run inside just to grab the stuff and, think about it, and get back out to the car, and I ask my girlfriend if she's tried to restart the car again, and she's like, no. So she tries to restart it. Turned right on again. It's a bit slow of a start, but it turns right back on. And I tell her to just drive around the parking lot a little bit to see if it can get itself back in working order so that we can try and drive home, and no, it didn't. So we park there, wait for her sister to come jump us, And the plan was basically to just jump our way home, you know, get a jump, drive a little bit until it finally decided to crap out on us, and then restart that process all over again. But of course, once we get it on the road and really going again, it works just fine. So I've been talking it over with my buddy who knows a little bit more about cars than I do, and he agrees that it just seems like the alternator is failing. Once it's able to go, it has just enough voltage to keep itself going. But if it's stop and go traffic, it seems like it just isn't able to get that voltage up enough to really, well, go. It's amazing how I always seem to forget super restores when I come here, so I gotta keep toggling the prayer. Like I said at the beginning of this section though, I don't want to sound like I'm whining or complaining or whatever. It's just that Slayer weeks tend to be kind of boring weeks, so I haven't been too concerned with capturing all the various tasks that I've done like I normally do. Kind of wanted to try something a little bit different than just showing off the tasks that I did, so I guess it's a good thing that I had a little story to tell this week instead, right? I didn't capture them, but I've also managed to get 2 levels this week. I got my divination up to 112, and then I also got my magic up to 112 as well. Slayer's been a bit slow, but that's kind of how it's always been for me. Kind of a slow skill that just burns on in the background, and eventually I get a level. Let's finish this off. That should be everything. Let me take a look here. I'm pretty sure that's all of it. Yep, there we go. Need for mead completed. Haven't forgotten this. I had a failure. This has been a very long week, for me at least. Before I close this thing out, I just wanted to talk about some of the animation that I've got done. I am nearly, well, actually I'm probably over halfway through this section of the video, of the role-playing video. So, as long as I can manage to finish off this section next week, well, then I'll start revealing the fully textured and lit up versions of all these animations. But that will do it for this video. If you liked it, feel free to leave a like. If you felt the opposite way, you can do that too. While you're down there, why not comment or even possibly subscribe? I've had a big growth spurt on the channel over this past week. A lot of people were watching the Season 2 mega episode and Season 1 even, and a bunch of other videos, so I'm very thankful for that. But if you come across this video, please try to throw me a subscribe as well. You can also follow me over on X. But until next time, happy games.
Bye, have a great time.